Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Expeditions Viking Let's Play. So in the last episode, we were kind of running around Perth taking care of, business in the town. We did some side quests and bought some supplies. We ended up in a fight with some farmers that I hope doesn't come back to bite me. Again, I think I mentioned this in the last episode, but I really should have used the non-lethal attacks there. But unfortunately, we ended up with a lot of dead farmers. So anyway, today we are over in the northeastern part of the map, where Aoife has decided to, or has told us to follow her basically, to talk to this lady here who might know where Connell is, and of course we're trying to find them so that we can dispatch them as a favor to the King of the Picts to maybe earn his favor or something. So let's have a chat with her. Aoife is stood close to a small stall full of delicate pottery. She nods toward the girl at the stall. That's her. Maybe don't tell her you plan to kill Connell. See if you can trick her into giving up Keltrim's whereabouts. She's got really green eyes. Let's see. Oh, she joined our herd. Sweet. The young potter smiles warmly when you walk up to her stall. Hello. Are you looking to buy some pots? Are you Southern? She hesitates. I'm she. Why do you ask? Connell MacTighe sent me to find Keltrim with an important message. The young woman now looks mightily confused. Oh? But I thought Keltrim was already with Connell. Really? Wait. Where did Keltrim think he was meeting Connell? I don't understand. Keltrim never showed up. Did he tell you where he was going? I think so. He said Connell and the men would be camped at a farmstead on the eastern shore of Loch Lomond, the big lake southwest of here. They were going to head east out of the highlands to meet with some of those Norsemen. Hearing these words exit her own mouth, she suddenly stops to look at you. Wait, are you the ones he was going to meet? You've been a great help. We'll ride out at once. With any luck, we'll catch him before it's too late. Do you think something bad's happened to him? With any luck, it's just a simple misunderstanding. If you find Connell and my Keltrim in trouble, will you please help him? Will you please make sure he's safe? I'll do my best. I feel bad lying to her, but I don't know. I didn't want to upset her. Okay, so Aoife is now part of our group. I might spare him. I don't know. I feel bad for her. She was very naive, but very nice. And I don't know what role this guy's really playing. He could just be like a subordinate, so he might not need to be killed anyways. But yeah, we've got business that's going to take us, let's see, out of Perth, I imagine. So let's be on our way. Okay, so where is this quest going to take me? It looks like to the west over here. And if I switch over to this quest, where's that going to take me? That's going to take me down here to a forest clearing. Okay, well, it makes sense to stop here first because that is more or less on the way. So let's go ahead and reactivate this one. And we'll pretty much head... No, I'm not going to head straight over there actually, because we do have a lot of people that are hungry and one that's injured. So I think I'm going to stop off at one of these campsites here. This one is clear and pretty decent. So we're going to stop off here on our way there. And I won't bother showing any of that unless there's some interesting dialogue or something that happens. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, so we've got some dialogue with Kettle here. I'm going to go ahead and talk through it because I think this is like your opportunity to romance him if you want. We already obviously romanced Nefya, but since he is like up there at the same relationship threshold, I think we're like getting his like unique dialogue as well. So most of the others have gone to bed, but Kettle is still sitting up at the fire in deep thought, poking the embers with the head of an arrow. He looks up when he hears you and beckons you closer. I'll sit down next to him. Kettlebjorn wasn't my father. There's a weirdly long pause, then he laughs quietly at himself and brushes a strand of brown hair out of his eyes. Shit, this is gonna be more awkward than I thought. I feel like I did something wrong. I'm called, let's see, let's try to dissect this one. Kolbjarnarsson, because Kolbjorn was the man who owned me when Carr found me. Owned you? Me and my sister, yes. In the 20 summers you've known Kettle, you've never heard of any sister. It appears this is to be a night of great revelations. My sister was called Sepha. It means calm, gentle. I don't remember her so well, but I wasn't that old when we parted, but you know that. I don't remember who my real parents were or how Sepha and I got enthralled. My earliest memories are from Kolbjorn's farm, helping with the food, working in the fields. Kettle shakes his head, tired. This was a stupid idea. Some things are best left unsaid. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Yes, your father came to the farm with his ship. I remember Grimulf was there, and Holman, and some of the other men. If you remember correctly, the journey from which your father brought Kettle home was north to Agder, then up the coast to Rogaland. That would put this farm on the west coast of the Northlands. Kolbjorn had been treating us worse and worse. I remember he was going through some trouble. Grown-up stuff. Too nuanced for an 8-year-old to understand. The emotion evaporates out of Kettle's voice, and he continues dispassionately, as though describing events that were relayed to him by someone else. I made some silly mistake, dropped something, and Kolbjorn flew into a rage. I think he was really scared of your father, but he took it out on me. He just hit me and hit me. Then Sepha jumped on him, tried to pull me off, and he picked her up and threw her back, hard. I didn't really see what happened after that. I had blood and snot and tears in my eyes. There was a lot of commotion, then it got really quiet. Carr pulled me up, very gently. They led me out the back door, trying to prevent me from seeing Sepha dead on the ground and Kolbjorn with his bowels hanging out. I'm so sorry you went through such a thing. Me too. Mostly I'm sorry Sepha didn't make it. Did my father kill your sister? No, Kolbjorn killed her, and Carr killed Kolbjorn for it. He obviously felt responsible for me. Kolbjorn's wife was long gone, so Carr brought me with him back to Skjern, and Mani took me in. Do you really not remember anything about your parents? He struggles to find the right phrasing. Just a hint of feeling sometimes. When the wind carries a certain smell, it's difficult to pin down. I have something, though, to remember them by. Kettle fishes around in his backpack and produces a delicate medallion of gilded silver in the shape of an incomplete circle. At either of its ends is a sort of four-leaf clover with a dark red glass bead at the center. You think you've seen it before, but you've never attributed any particular meaning to it. When we were in Northumbria, Kettle said he could vaguely make out some of the language that the Northumbrians were speaking. So I think Kettle is actually maybe Northumbrian or Celtic of some kind, like he's from the British Isles, and maybe he was brought back as a thrall as a child after like a Viking raid or something. Holman took it off Sepha's body before we left. This looks Pictish, doesn't it? Oh, so maybe he's a Pict. I've been thinking that exact same thing ever since we got here. Do you think this means... I don't want to jump to any conclusions. Maybe we should show this to some of the people in Perth, see if it rustles any feathers. Are you sure you want to know? No, but I think I have to know, if that makes sense. Interesting. Alright, so nobody is fatigued, hungry, starving, or injured, so we can head on into MacDonald's farm and see what's going on here. Alright, so I'm going to run with a little bit different party this time around. I'll bring the usual suspects, however, I'm going to leave Ruskva behind. And where the hell is Kettle? There he is. I'm going to leave Ruskva behind because as a combat party member goes, she's not that useful. I find myself healing less and less in combat. I don't remember the last time I used her heal ability, to be honest. And as an archer goes, she's, you know, average at best. So I'm going to give Aoife a try instead. I imagine she'll be a better archer. I'm just kind of curious to see what she's all about. So we're going to leave Ruskva to sort of tend to the camp and heal people. And Aoife's going to start coming along as a more combat-oriented, party member. Alright. So, halt! We're here to meet Connell McTighe. The sentry subjects you to a quick, scrutinous look. Who among you is Skocky? Nephew struggles to contain her surprise. Skocky? That Skocky? Didn't that girl say Connell was heading out to meet some Norsemen? Gunnar steps forward. I am Skocky. Gunnar gets the same visual treatment as you. The other sentry mutters something. Then the first nods. Aye, you fit the description. But we were headed east to meet you on the coast. The plans changed. There is safety in the unexpected. True enough. Alright, you may enter. The king is staying in the largest of the houses. Okay, so this guy fancies himself a king. Let's maybe do a bit of looting. It looks like there's a few people here that we can chat with. He's got a quest marker on him, but I think that's just so we remember not to kill him if we don't want to. I don't know what they're talking about. Let's see. Anything in here we might want? This is a pretty small map area. Oh, there's a free skill point. Thank you. Empty as usual. And, oh, we got something hidden back here. Hardened leather. Oh, broad axe. Is that a one-hander? I wonder if it is. I don't think we need it, though. I'm pretty sure I crafted, like, the best axe possible. I should probably look at their gear, though. It's been a while since I've looked at our inventory. So hack on, best sword you could ever get, best shield you could ever get, thick mail armor that we picked up, and an ancient helmet. Let's see, Kettle. You should be wearing this. And then I'm wondering, yeah, Howling Witch. That's better than this broad axe. You know what? I'll put that in your. Wait, you can't use that as a secondary? I don't understand how secondaries work in this. When they dual wield, there's only certain weapons that can actually be used. I should look at Aoife. So she's got a pine bow, which is actually pretty damn good, and then a winged spear, which is not that great. But I don't really plan to use her as a spearman. I plan to use her as a archer. Actually, leech staff is better, isn't it? Yes, it is. So I'll give her leech staff. And that's probably fine, although some armor wouldn't be a bad idea on her. So have some caltrops, and I guess I'll give her hide armor. And how does her appearance change? Let's run back over here and we'll look. Where is she? There she is. Okay. Right, well, let's head inside. But when the fighting kicks off, we'll have to remember not to kill him. I don't know, I don't really see any point in killing him. Hold on, what are these two on about? I don't know, it sounds like they're gonna try to, like, rape a girl or something. And I'm gonna have to step in on that. Who's this guy? You lied to those men. Excuse me? You told them that the other Viking sent you, the one they met a few days ago. He did. The Viking stayed here too, and I had plenty of time to look at all his people while they ate my food and drank my ale. You weren't there. Let's see. What's it gonna cost me to make you keep that to yourself? I don't want your money. You blasted Vikings, you think you can just... He seems to remember himself and clams up. You're here to kill him, right? Can't imagine your sort would turn up for anything less than murder for hire. You lot sent by Constantine? As a matter of fact, yes. Good man, that. Good king. Better than Connell, that's for sure. I wish you success. Don't get me wrong, you'll only succeed in getting yourselves killed, but I'll be happy if you prove me wrong. These swine have stayed here for almost a fortnight. So they're squatting on his land. On second thought, that comparison's unkind to the porcine species. Swine give us pork. All this sorry lot has done is drink all my ale. That's interesting. Why do you think we'll be killed? That Connell McTighe in there, he's no fool. He'll see right through you. If his men don't kill you, you'll kill him, but it'll make a racket. By the time you come out here, everyone will be ready for you. Do you happen to say you were serving these men ale? He shoots you a suspicious look. Aye. Not by choice, mind you. They've been robbing me blind since they came here. Oh, it's not robbery, of course, Connell being king and such, but the end result is all my ale gone, and now my own family's going hungry. I happen to be in possession of poison. The farm ducks his neck subconsciously and casts furtive glances around his homestead. Aye? If you were to slip some of this into a mug of ale and bring it to Connell, he'd very shortly cease to be a problem. He rubs his chin, weighing the pros and cons of that little thought. Oh, hey. There's 2 holes in your plan there. First problem is Connell's men moved all my barrels into their camp and posted 2 daubers watching them. For this to work, you'll need to distract them while I tamper with the ale. Second problem is if I serve poison to Connell McTighe and use scattle in the meantime, I'll be dead as soon as his men find him. I'll take care of that. Let me just be absolutely clear. You give me the poison, I serve it to Connell and his men. When he's dead, I give you the signal and you kill everyone out there. That's about the size of it? It's about the size of it. He sizes you up again. I must be out of my mind, but aye, I'll do it. Here's 5 poison. Be careful. He accepts the poison surreptitiously and tucks it away under his shirt. Good. Now you just need to find a way to distract those 2 knobs watching the barrels. Can do. And if not, I'll just kill him and kick off a fight. Because why the heck not? So it's these 2. A man and a woman stand very close in front of a stack of barrels with ale. It takes no more than a split second's glance to see that these 2 people really want to fuck each other. Ifa sidles up to you while you're well out of earshot of the lovebirds. I have an idea. I think I can get these guys to leave their posts. Yeah, go ahead. She walks up to the 2 lovebirds and carries on a brief conversation with them. Their voices are too low to parse their heavy dialects. Soon, the 2 lovebirds shrug at each other and simply walk off. Aoife returns to the fold, clearly quite pleased with herself. What did you say to them? I know their clan. They've always been on good terms with ours. Well, I mean, we've never tried to kill each other, which is about as friendly as things get up north. I just asked nicely. The farmer walks casually toward the house where Connell McTighe is staying, cracks the door, and then disappears inside. Aoife clears her throat, a guilty expression on her face. You know, we could just leave now. We have nothing at stake. Nobody will ever know. Nephew lances Aoife with a foul look. We can't. We made a deal with him. We said we'd take care of it. That could mean anything. If we leave now, that farmer is a dead man. Asleif sighs conspicuously, a bored expression on his face. Why do we care what happens to this man? He's just some peasant. I don't know. I don't want to... My word has to mean something, you know. So, let's see. Now we have to kill his men outside the farmhouse. So, let's go ahead and start with these 2. And, we'll make sure that we spare him. We'll knock him out, but we won't kill him. Alright, so they do have an archer around there. That'll be a bit of an issue. Actually, I wonder... Gunnar might be able to get over there on a charge. Let's see. You're a healer, so you have to go first. I'm going to move Kettle to right there. Gunnar, I need you to go give this guy some trouble. I'm going to put him on this side because these guys could cause problems over there if they come around this way. Let's see. Nefia, you're kind of in the way. So I'm going to put Asleif right there. And then Nefia. Why did her movement range get shortened by 1? Let's see. She can finish the healer. She could also potentially shoot them, which I think is what I want them to do. Or what her to do. So, Nefia, move up to here, and we're going to have you extend to wound that person. Oh, she critted him. 1 shot. Nice. So, this is the guy that we don't want to kill. Gotta keep that in mind. Alright, so Kettle, do you have a shot? They have cover. Really? They have cover? Okay. That's not cover, that is. How, like, what do they have cover from? I don't... Whatever. Whatever. I think I might do, like, an interrupt. Like, I'll put him there and have him interrupt. And then I'm going to have her finish off the healer. Good job. And then I'll move her into cover. That was good. That allows you to move a bit. So let's move you to here. And can you move anymore? No. Right then, I think that's going to be our turn. See what they decide to do. Oh, they've got more people over here. Well, there's only 6 enemies. This isn't too bad. That guy doesn't even have shoes. He's a healer and a tanky guy. So, yeah, we don't want to kill him. Got another guy with a shield here. She's going to shoot at Gunnar, which, I mean, again, prefer that they shoot the people with the shields if they're going to shoot at us. He's going for my archers. Kettle's going to get a free shot on him. They, oh, nearly one-shotted him. Alright, so I need you to get after that archer. Let's see if our charge can maybe get a crit here. No, unfortunately not, but whatever. Let's see. Nefia. Not sure what I want you to do. You know what? Let's move you to right there. We're going to turn off lethal attacks for a second. Hack on. I need you to get a stun here. Oh good, it actually worked for once. Go ahead and hit him. Good job. And then we are going to non-lethally throw a rock at him. Okay, so hold on a second. Oh, it's not going to let me do it in combat, but I want to see if that worked or if it technically, because we downed him, it still counted as hurting him or whatever. Asleif, why don't you run up to this guy? And, do you have a heavy kick? I don't remember if I gave him heavy kick or not. I should have just charged, but oh well. I might just have to beat the hell out of his shield or something. I'll send you this way. I'm going to put you over here to block that path, because he's going to come around. Gunnar, you've already attacked. So let's see. Kettle. I'm wondering if I should do a quick shot here and take 2 chances to maybe put him down. I guess it's worth a shot. So let's see here. Or alternatively, I could drop a net trap. But that would be hard to bait him into. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna do quick shot. He deflected that one, and we get one more. Got him. Okay. Well done, Kettle. Now, Aoife, where do I want to put you? I need you somewhere where you can shoot her. I don't know if you can do it from there, but let's try it. Because that puts you in position to help over here if you can't. Yeah, unfortunately that person is blocked. Everybody is blocked. Oh, he's not. Yeah, in that case, go ahead. Oh, got through. Sweet. Alright then. Interesting. So she has a free snare ability. Activates snaring. First enemy to enter melee range is snared for 1 turn. Alright, so basically if you're expecting to get drawn into melee, you can use this. That's pretty useful, actually. I wonder if that's unique to her, or if that's something that the other archers can get as well. I should have moved him into better cover. Nope, he's stunned. And here comes the wrecking ball. Yikes. Alright. Well, Nefia, I'm going to move you to there. Hakon, I want you here. Let's see. Unfortunately, we're not getting any attacks out of either of these two on this turn. Go ahead and kill him. Nice. Let's see, I'll have you throw a rock right there to at least soften him up. Good job. Nefia, you're gonna have to move forward and attack. I'll have her attack through Hakon, just in case. Yeah, I was gonna say it'll probably deal damage, and that probably would have killed Aslave. So now it's just a matter of getting Kettle into position to finish that guy off. I don't know. Let's try here. I'm going to assume that that's going to be in the way if he's there. Well, you know what? That didn't look like he had an angle, so we'll try it here. Sweet. And down he goes. Apparently there's one more. Where? Oh, the archer. Right. Well, everybody's in cover now, so at least there's that. Oh, I should have moved Gunnar. Whoops. Actually, they're coming to me, so it doesn't matter. Missed but harried Nefia. Gunnar, go ahead and charge him. And I just need to get somebody in position to shoot her. I think it's a her. I'm going to assume it is, but it's harder to tell with the picked because they don't have, like, son and daughter in their name. But yeah, there we go. So they are dealt with. Now we just need to go inside and collect proof, but I want to make sure that we got the side objective on that one. Of course, we are going to loot some corpses first. Oh, a bearded Danax. Give that to our smith guy, because he uses Danaxes, although he never fights, so it doesn't really matter. But every once in a while, I try to upgrade their gear, because we've seen certain quests where it basically brings your whole party into play, like the prison break. So, you know, I like to stay on top of that where I can. Grab all the loot. I wonder if we can talk to the farmer and, like, follow up with him. Alright. Apparently I have to choose a party. Oh, only 2 get to go with me. I will bring... Who will I bring? Gunnar and Aoife, I guess. Okay, so there is somebody to speak to in here, and then the corpses of the people that we were trying to kill. So, are you the farmer? I don't remember his name. Yeah, it is him. The farmer leans against the wall as though he's trying to squeeze through it. He greets you with a vacant look. It's done. He's dead. You've done very well. Thank you. I heard the fighting. I'm glad to see you made it through unscathed. Okay, well, we just need to collect proof. I'm going to also take all of his gold. Or silver. So let's see. Does this guy got anything? Armor oil, herbs, clay. What about you? Medicine. And then I assume that you're going to have something on you that we can take back. Lifesucker, an interesting name for a sword. And his head, which is as good an evidence as any. Alright. And some loot. So let's see how that sword stacks up. It's not going to be as good as mine. I have the best sword you can possibly get. But I'm wondering if it might be a good weapon for, like, Aslave. Let's see. Yeah, it's better than what he's got. So, Aslave, there you go. And that pattern welded sword can go to maybe you? Mailbiter is kind of cool, but this is technically better. Let's see, armor piercing. Actually, with the armor piercing and stuff, this might be better. So, who else carries a sword? I think you had, like, an offhanded sword, so I'll give you that. And that should do it. You're carrying a spear, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I wanted to look at, not that one. But we need to do that when we return. Not that one. Optional. So we did get the spare Caltram. Okay, good. So we got all the optional quests. Sweet. Alright guys, well, we're going to go ahead and end the episode here because we are out of time. But in the next episode, we're going to head down to the forest area where it said we might be able to find the guy who knows more about the Hellzot curse so that we can help Nephew's sister. And once we've done that, we're going to return to Perth and turn in this quest and maybe get Constantine to side with us. I think I want to join his side. The Picts seem to be a little bit more reasonable than the Northumbrians. The Northumbrians are like very, very like militantly Christian, whereas the Picts seem to have a little bit more balance between, like, yes, they're mostly Christian, but they still hold to a lot of their old pagan ways, and so they seem to be a lot more accepting of us because of that. But I don't know. We'll see. It depends. If I do all this for him and he basically, says sorry, but I can't really help you, just like the Northumbrians did, then they haven't really given me much of a choice. So, anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Expeditions Viking with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.